phone.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am joined, this evening, this morning, wherever you're watching this, by Callum and... You're right, Jay? Jamie Phillips doing the Vince / the McGregor walk. Big up Jay, big up CJ as well, big up Luke, Tanner, Carl and Jamie. Before we start, make sure to hit the like button, share button and subscribe button for more content. Subscribe to the other two guys' channel. Links is also in the description.
One sec. Keep going.
One sec. Let's get down to business. This weekend, it's not a numbered card. It is UFC London, which means UFC's on at a decent time. Thank God.
Yes, indeed.
Being headlined by the return of Leon Edwards. Obviously, this is his first fight back since losing the title to Bilal. I think everyone remembers his name now. Muhammad. Just about. And he's fighting Sean Brady. Obviously, this was not the original fight. It was supposed to be Jack Della Maddalena, but he's got the title shot. So all good luck to him. We'll all be rooting for you against Bilal Muhammad. So Leon Edwards has gone from one extremely good striker to one extremely good wrestler. So whether or not that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, I'm sure we'll touch on that. Obviously, on the card, the return of Jan Blachowicz, Polish Power versus Carlos Ulberg. And also, we'll also see the returns of Gunnar Nelson versus Kevin Holland. Molly McCann's on the card, and then a debut of Jordan Vucenic against Christian Duncan. So that's an all British class as well. And then obviously, opening the main card will be Nathaniel Wood versus Morgan Charrier as well. So, gentlemen, how are we this morning / evening?
Not too bad.
Beautiful.
Still recovering. But all good.
She's still recovering. So let's start at the top of the card. Let's start with Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady. I'll start off with you, Jamie. How were you feeling about this matchup? And would you have had Sean Brady step in for Jack Della Maddalena, or would you have had someone else?
No, I'd have had someone else because Dana White's making this a shit show. But come on, King Leon is going to knock this punk out. Let's go. Yeah. I'm sick of boring wrestlers, man. Leon smashes bitch to bits. You know what I mean? Let's move. Go to Cal next. I'm hungry. Let's go.
Cal, what are your thoughts about this?
I don't like the fight for Leon. I would have preferred Jack Della Maddalena. I think Brady's a good grappler, but he's also got that threat of submission as well. It all depends on Leon. If Leon gets into his rhythm quickly, then he's all right. If he doesn't and he has another show like he did against Bilal Muhammad, I don't think he lasts the full 5 rounds for this one.
Yeah, let's speak about that Bilal performance.
You say that, but he doesn't seem like Leon's really accepted defeat there.
No. It's been weird. I don't know how much you guys caught of Media Day, but I have to say, Leon's rattled by Bilal still. He is still rattled because Bilal's been doing the John Jones. He's been tweeting. He's just been non-stop tweeting, Bilal about saying like, "Oh, Sean Brady's going to break him" and stuff like that. And it's like, what? Like, what's going on here? And as Leon said perfectly, he talks like Mike Tyson, but he doesn't fight like him. Like we were joking beforehand. Al Brooks got more knockdowns against UFC fighters than freaking Bilal Muhammad.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
What?
When you said Mike Tyson and about fighting, a joke really came to my head that I will get cancelled if I said that live. Yeah. I was going to talk about a certain toilet area and all that. Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm not going to
go. No. Keep your goddamn mouth shut.
Yeah, I'll keep it. Yeah. It really came to my head like that. I was going to say it, man.
Yeah. So Leon is still, I'd say, I don't know about you, Callum. He's still quite rattled about losing his title.
I think he is, but I don't think he's handling it very well. It feels like he's making excuses and almost making it out like he lost the fight because of his performance as opposed to Bilal. I don't feel like he's accepted defeat. And I feel a lot of the time, if you don't accept defeat, you don't really move on and kick on and improve like you need to in order to get back to the status you were before. I still don't think he can see a world where Bilal beats him, because really and truly, Bilal shouldn't have beaten him. But he did beat him. He beat him fair and square, and Leon's got to brush that off, because if he doesn't, Brady will beat him worse than Bilal did.
Yeah, look, you can only grow as a man when you admit your defeats.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, Leon admitted his defeat.
Well, yeah,
so you can't grow as a man.
Sean Brady's going to do something that
I
he's
don't know.
not
Maybe
done
he needs to go to church or something. Maybe he needs to go to church or something. No.
Well, the thing is, yeah, unless Sean Brady's going to do something he's not done since.
Yeah, Sean. I'll call him Sean O'Brady, man. What are we doing here?
Sean O'Brady. Yeah, unless Sean Brady's going to do something that he's not done since 2019, which is finish someone by punches, then he can't beat him worse than Bilal. Unless he's going to do what we saw MVP get taught with by Logan's story, Callum, at Bellator.
Yeah, maybe
the hug and put him on his ass sort of thing, which was a very, not a very good fight to watch. But I don't know how I feel about this really, because Sean Brady's hungry, because obviously he got knocked out. He got knocked out by Bilal Muhammad. How the fuck do you get knocked out by Bilal freaking Muhammad, man?
Through the fight.
How? And then since then, he beat Calvin Gaston by submission. And then his last fight was against Gilbert Burns, beaten by unanimous decision in September. So
that was actually quite a good fight, actually.
2-fight win streak.
Woo!
So woo! Christ, man. It got me set off. I think for Leon, like, this was his first defeat in like 9 years. So he needs to shake off those cobwebs real quick. And if he still hasn't, Gal's gone. Yeah, Gal's gone. But if he doesn't really
Gal's got to find Leon's record. That's what Gal's got.
Yeah, I think Cal found Leon's record. Yes, obviously. Yeah, if you look at Leon's wins, he's got 12 wins by decision. He's only got 7 KO wins.
Yeah,
in
it's
26 fights.
They call his nickname should be the Judge, because all he does is decisions. Do you know what I mean? That's what.
So obviously before he lost the belt to Bilal, he beat Colby, Kamaru, then Diaz, and obviously had his no contest with Bilal at the Apex where he poked him with the eye. But his decision, he's got one finish in his last.
IPOC should be legal.
He's got one finish against Kamaru Usman since he beat Peter Zabota in 2018. So it's not exactly Leon's a finishing machine, So
yeah, he's not.
He got Sabota. Don't diss Sabota, man.
I think Leon played it too safe. I'm interested to see if Leon actually takes the handbrake off now he's not champion.
There ain't no handbrake.
He needs to, because the way the welterweight division is Jesus the way the division's shaping up, really, because we know after Bilal defends against Jack Della Maddalena, if he retains, we know Shavkat's the next guy, unless Leon puts a marker and lets the hands flow.
You're forgetting about a name.
Knockout.
You're forgetting about a name, bro.
You're gonna have to get the back of the line.
You're forgetting about one name.
Who's that?
Islam Makhachev.
Yeah, that's only if Bilal drops the belt. We know Islam's gonna get the call.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The more Islam talks, the more I feel as though he will just go up and fight Bilal.
Yeah, like I said, like the thing with Bilal, Islam's like, oh, I won't fight Bilal, but he's not family. He's not part of that clan. He just pops in and trains every now and again. He's not family. He's fair game.
He's a T-boy.
Colin said, you breathe oxygen, you're fair game.
T-boy, man.
Bilal is literally just keeping that belt warm for Islam to decide when he wants to jump up.
The thing is, though, if Islam goes up to 170, everyone's going to call him a pussy because he only fights 145ers.
Yeah.
True.
Stay in your lane, son. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. You still got fresh contenders to fight, Islam. Yeah, stay in your lane. Don't get involved in Leon's title chase. Yeah.
We all want to see. We all look. No, the whole world can't wait to see Slow Hands Edwards versus. You know, it's gotta be a fight. It's gotta be a fight for the ages. It's oh, I can't even carry on that sentence. No. I love Leon Edwards. Look, I love the fake Brit. Don't get me wrong, man.
You're a mad man.
Bring me that fake Brit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'd be doing. If I was, I'll tell you what. If I was a fighter, I'd be better on the mic than most of these geezers, man. I'd be calling Leon out. I'd be a British fighter. I'd be calling Leon out. Get me the fake Brit. You know, I said, yeah, come on, bring him. I'll bring the original red passport as well before we left the EU. You know, I'll be frying it all. You know,
you'd probably get killed before you left the building.
Channel cancelled or something, man.
I'll be frying it all. I love Leon though. I want Leon to win this fight. I actually do. I actually want Leon to win this fight.
I'm just worried for him. I am worried for him.
Yeah, you should be. To be fair, because he's shit. But I want Leon to win this fight. I really do, because I love British fighters, and I'm only joking with the fake Brit stuff. I love British fighters, and I want British fighters all to do well. Apart from Meatball Molly, I hope she burns. But everyone else, yeah, when you fight, man. When you fight,
I think for Leon, if it's still the same Leon that we've seen for pretty much his entire career, then I think he's going to lose. I want Brady.
What's wrong with being Jamaican, right?
Yeah, what's wrong with being Jamaican?
What's wrong with being
Cal's
Jamaican?
the second best Jamaican I know, man. Don't.
Any racism, you're getting booted, mate.
I don't think he means as a racist.
No. I think the key for victory for Leon is like you gotta let your hands go. Like stop worrying about being the technical. Everything's gotta be clean. Everything's gotta look good. You need to win, and sometimes winning doesn't necessarily mean looking good. Just getting the job done.
Did Leon let his hands go before he was champion?
Not particularly.
No, not particularly.
So why is he going to now?
Yeah,
because maybe he misses having the belt and all the glory that.
But you know, if your wife leaves you, you don't get a replacement that looks like her, do you? Do you know what I mean? So, you know, he could miss the belt, but look, the belt don't miss him. Do you know what I mean?
All right, Brian, you're all forgiven, my friend. You're all forgiven.
The belt don't miss him.
We'll let it go, right? We'll let it go.
Yeah. Big up, lads. When did Jamie turn into Daredevil with these sunglasses?
No, I've got.
Have you been watching that Daredevil Disney Plus? No,
that's quality. I've got a very acute eye issue.
Yeah. Now James, a crime fighting lawyer.
Yeah, my eyes are too shiny for people.
I want Brady. Let's go. Well, you don't want Brady. Let's go. But Brady's a hell of a fighter, you know. But he's a very good fighter. He definitely took some confidence getting knocked out by Bilal because I still remember watching that fight.
Bilal walked him down.
How the fuck you getting walked down by Bilal Muhammad, man?
That's what I'm saying. If Leon can put the pressure on, he can get him out of there because he's more accurate and he hits harder than Bilal. He's got more striking technique.
But we need to see he's going to throw that volume or whatnot. He's just going to wait for the perfect, shots to hit.
Leon should be more imposing than BLACHOWICZ. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it should be, Leon should walk him down. That's, I don't think Brady's improved that much. So if I'm
No,
Leon, I
yeah.
just like, you know what, I've got all this more main event experience. I'm going to put it on you. I'm going to take the center of the octagon. That's what I want to see Leon do. I want him to take the center of the octagon and keep Brady's back to the cage. But that means he has to be front-footed fighter, and that's not his wheelhouse, is it?
Yes, it's a counter striker. It's a counter striker.
We only saw him on the front foot once, and that was against Colby.
Yeah, because
he kind of he peed off, and he kind of knew that nothing was coming back with any power. Yeah.
Kobe, you ain't gonna punch him, is he? So I want him to win, though. I do want him to win.
This is a tricky one. Just a quick thing before I get predictions from you both. Does the winner get the next title shot?
If it's Leon, neither of them do.
No, I don't think any of them do. No, I think if Liam loses, he retires. Though.
I think if Leon wins, he might have to fight Shavkat. If Brady wins, he will have to face one more person, I believe.
I just worry about Leon if he
Edwards
loses.
is overrated.
I can hear it. I can hear Edwards is overrated. I can hear that.
As a Jamaican, it hurts. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry, Cal. I'm sorry, but I can hear the overratedness. I think people got to say that. I don't think anyone was rating him that highly before his title win. Maybe so. Maybe people got carried away after that.
Just bubbled under the radar and just needed his opportunity. But
he fought a dead Usman as well in the second fight. So I don't.
The winner should fight Cal.
No, they shouldn't do that.
I'll fight Cal.
What, Jamaican versus Jamaican? We don't see that.
No. We unite. We don't divide.
Me and Cal will fight for a good way.
No, we won't, Jamie. I can't even fight a flu, let alone Leon Edwards or flipping Sean Brady, bro.
Get the money sorted.
Predictions before we go on to the co-main event.
I think Leon knocks him out in round 3.
Callum?
Jay's throwing a spanner in the works because I thought he was going to predict Leon to lose. So if I now predict Leon to lose, it looks really bad, doesn't it?
I'm here for you, Cal. Yeah.
Hey, where's the Jamaican background, man?
Yeah, I know. I've stopped using
this is your boy.
I'll be wearing my colours on Saturday. Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
I'm going to go for Leon this season.
I'm only going for Leon because of Cal's friendship. That's all I'm doing here. I feel for him because I've been too right recently, and it's been breaking Cal. I've seen it physically. It's tearing apart. Cal's 5'9" now. He's losing inches. He's
not everywhere.
Not everywhere. But I'm going for Leon because I want Leon to win, and Cal ain't smiled for a while. So it's like Shawn Michaels in '95, man. He lost it. I want Cal to go yes and part and jump and rage. That's what I want to see.
If Leon does,
that's what I want to see. It'll make my weekend. That will.
I don't know. Not that I want.
I love Cal so much. Yeah, make my weekend, man.
Am I going to be the party pooper?
Yes.
Clearly, now you are. Yeah.
Now, Leon Edwards' decision. And Leon Edwards' decision.
Let's do it for Cal.
The right frame of mind. He's going to come in. He's going to rock the mic.
I know he's not going to do that.
No, he's not going to do that. But anyway, guys, moving on to the
co-main event. He might do a bit of soul, but he ain't going wrong.
Going on to the co-main event, the return of the legendary Polish power, Jan BLACHOWICZ, versus the young up-and-comer who's in his mid-30s, Carlos Ulberg, the Love Islander from New Zealand. Now, all jokes aside. Part of City Kickboxing. How are we feeling? Obviously, this is Jan BLACHOWICZ's first fight back since July 2023. He's been out for a while, and since he lost, arguably, he should have beaten Alex Pereira. He lost a split decision. Arguably should have won, and obviously that he drew to Ankalaev in that absolute stink fest. Beat Rakic, but only because Rakic did his ACL. Lost to Glover by choke in 2021. So his last legitimate win with he didn't get the person didn't get injured was against Israel Adesanya in 2021, where Izzy jumped up to fight for the light heavyweight belt.
His last big win. Jesus.
So that was his last big win, was March 2021, and since then he's not had the best of luck. Arguably for Carlos Ulberg, he's on the run of his career at the moment. He's 12-1, the Blackjack.
Whoa.
Yeah, Whoa. That's his nickname. It's the Blackjack.
Oh, okay. Fucking hell, Luke, you scared me.
No, that's literally his nickname. Oh, what do you think I'm doing there? What do you think I'm doing there? Risking my own channel for that?
Me. Yeah, that's why I was scared, man. I'm scared.
He's got 7 knockouts, 1 submission, 3 decisions. He's on a hell of a win streak. Since he's only been knocked out once. That was against Henry and Chukwu. Ironically, on the same card as BLACHOWICZ Adesanya back in 21. Since then, he's gone on a hell of a win streak. He's gone on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fight win streak. His latest win coming against Volkan Oezdemir, the gatekeeper, and beaten by unanimous decision on the Jan Figueiredo card. So he's been racking up some nice wins, but this is definitely the biggest test of his career, don't you think, Jamie?
Oh yeah, look, Ulberg's gotta know what NHS food's like.
What?
Ulberg's gotta find out what NHS food is like. You know what I mean, that's what's gotta happen. Get used to your apple. Get used to your apple crumble that's completely nuked and burns your mouth. That's what's gotta happen here. That's what's gotta happen here. Polish power, man. Let's go roll it back.
Do you think he's gonna get what we like to call fraud checked? You know that this is the thing. Like when an up and comer faces an old head, and you go, "Hey, look, this is the time where the young guy is going to beat him and knocking down the rankings, and this is going to be his time." And then the old guy goes, "Not today."
Usually happens, don't it? Usually happens.
And I feel like with this run, yes, he's been impressive. With I think in that 7 run, he's got 1, 2, 3. He's got 4 knockouts in his last 7. A9 says Cal come back. Cal will be back. I'm sure he's just dealing with something. So he'll be back when he's back. But he's all right. So, but do you think the thing is the light heavyweight division at the moment? I was saying the winner of this is basically going to be the backup fighter or next in line after. We would imagine that it's going to be Ankalaev versus Pereira. I think it's been reports that it's going to be booked to Abu Dhabi later this year.
I'll see that.
So the winner of this
fights the winner
of
that.
You're going to have to sit in line, basically.
Yeah. Look, Ulberg, he's a decent fighter. I don't think he fought anyone extreme. What was his last fight actually?
Volkan Oezdemir.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And he's ranked in the middle.
Yeah, I think they like Ulberg, but I just don't, Polish power,
it's
man.
Because Ulberg ranked number 6. You beat Jan, you go to number 3, then you're inserting yourself in the picture.
It would be nice for Ulberg to win to get that fresh look up the top of the card. I ain't gonna lie. Mixes up a little bit. Yeah, the rankings need sorted a bit. So, that pushes a bit of young blood. I say young blood, he's in his 30s, but he's young to us in fighting ways. So,
plus he's young in that division because look at the top guys. Apart from Ankalaev, Pereira's mid-30s, Jan's
they're all mid-30s, aren't they? Yeah.
Jamal's early 30s.
Jan 42.
Rakic mid-30s. Yeah, Jan's 42, man.
Oh, I'm taking Ulberg.
Jan's been out for a hot minute, He's been out for a while.
He's been out for a while. Ain't he been out like 18 months or something like that?
He's been out 18 months. So we don't know whether or not Ulberg's caught him on basically in the perfect time, really. At perfect times coming off because Jan's still, he's got that name, former champion. You knock him out, you're thinking, wow, this is the next guy in line. Do I think Carlos Ulberg will win the belt? No, I don't think he will. Look at the talent that's at that division. He's going to be a bit stuck whilst he waits, for whoever wins out the rematch. Because we know if Pereira wins the rematch, we're going to get a trilogy. So that division is sort of logjam. So all those guys that are sort of pushing to be that next guy down, they're all sort of trying to jostle
jammed up
position.
for a bit, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be jammed up for a bit, which might be good for Ulberg, though, because if he does beat Jan,
because then he can go, well, I want to fight Jamal Hill, or I want to fight.
It gives him some fresh matchups before he
busy, man.
Pikachu would be a good fight. If he beats Jan, that's who I'd pick.
Perhaps would be a good fight, unless perhaps Good decides to mentally just go, no, yeah, dropping down to 85, which would be completely bonkers.
Yeah, I mean, Pikachu's on the way down a little bit as well. It's it makes sense for Ulberg to go for him. Then he's got names on his CV. Yeah, do you know what? I actually fancy Ulberg now. I think he's been more active. He's a younger fighter. He's not the more experienced fighter, but he's the younger fighter. He's been very active. 42. Being out that long and being 42, he's not.
I don't know that he had any knee issues that Jan's had to deal with, or any major surgeries he had. But people in the chat and comments will let us know if Jan's suffered a big injury that he's sort of been spending most of the time recovering from.
And the thing is, Ulberg might just be more hungry in this stage of his career as well. To get that win. So yeah, I'll probably go Ulberg. I'll go Ulberg decision win. Ulberg decision win.
I'll go Ulberg first round knockout.
Yeah, hear it.
But if Jan gets the flow with the leg kicks, then it's going to be a tough night because Jan's got elite leg kicks. You saw that in the Ankalaev fight. He's got really, really good leg kicks. Oh, that's in the road. Yeah, don't worry. Kind of said one of the kids woke up. It said he's got Jan to win in 2 rounds via sub. So that is with Callum's predictions. You think Jan Blachowicz is going to get sub? Could see that, but Jan Blachowicz, we wouldn't say that he's a renowned submissions guy. He's only got he's got 9 submissions in his UFC, 9 submissions in his professional career. So the same amount of submissions as he does knockouts. So a very high possibility. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next fight on the card. The return of Gunnar Nelson facing Kevin Holland, which is Kevin Holland's 50th fight in 2 years or something like that. Ridiculous.
He's always fighting Kevin Holland. We got to him, man.
Yeah, he's absolutely always fighting. I think he's had 20 fights since the start of the 2020s. Something ridiculous that. But
so up and down.
Gunnar Nelson's making his return 2 years out. Last in London when he fought Brian Barberena on that Edward Usman 3 card, and where he beat Barberena by armbar submission first round.
Edwards has fought in Britain a lot.
Yeah. I think Gunnar Nelson used to train with McGregor. He's got that affinity with the British public. So Nelson, and Gunnar Nelson's a top bloke. So there's no reason why people wouldn't want to root for him. But there's been a hot minute. Obviously, he fought Leon in London. Remember on that Till Masvidal card back in 2019 where Leon was pretty much getting booed out the building. Obviously, Gunnar Nelson, he's been around the block a little bit, mid-30s. He's got losses to Gilbert Burns, Edward, Santiago Ponzinibbio, Damian Maia. Got wins over Alan Joban, Alex Oliveira. So he hasn't got well-renowned wins on his record, but we know what Kevin Holland is. We know what Kevin Holland is. He is a guy that will fight anyone, anytime, any place.
Yeah, he just wants to put on a show, don't he?
Doesn't give a shit about his record. Doesn't give a shit about belts. Which I think he got quite a lot of shit from from media where he went, don't give a shit about the belt, because everyone's like, you want to be a fighter to win the belt, but you don't want to win the belt. So what's going on? So a bit weird. So obviously Kevin Holland, he's just early 30s. He's got 26 wins, 13 losses, 1 no contest, 7 decisions by a loss, 4 submission losses, and he's been knocked out twice. But he's got 14 knockouts. He is 1-4 in his last 5. Lost to Jack Della Maddalena, Michael Venom Page, Roman Delizzi, lost. Reina Dorida, lost. Last 2 losses via finish. Only win in that time was against Mikhail Olejniczuk back in June last year. And then obviously since he went on that little hot streak, remember when he went on that hot streak, beat Anthony Fluffy. So basically, he sort of lost to Brendan Allen, then went on a little run, beat Hernandez, Buckley, Stewart, Ronaldo. Like basically beat the Brazilian Ronaldo legend, or what his actual name is. It's not Ronaldo Souza. And then went on that bit of a losing streak. Lost to Brunson Vittori, no contest against Carl Dorcas. Then went another 2-fight win streak. Then lost to Chimaev Thompson. Then beat Ponzinibbio by knockout. Beat Chiesa by submission. And obviously went on that run. So he's very, very up and down. I'd say it's a tricky one to predict, really, because we're either going to get a really good Kevin Holland performance, like we have done in some of his fights. He like where he's won, he's looked good. Think about the Ponzinibbio knockout, looked great. But then we see the other fights where if he gets into adversity, or he's just it's in the basically 50-50 fight, he just does it. He does the McGregor, just done. If I can't get out, then I'll just tap. There's no need for me to be hanging around here longer than needed. Like Dorida did to him. I don't think Dorida caught him with anything tight. Just got caught, and he was like, "Yeah, fuck this. I'm not sticking around here. Tap me out," sort of thing.
If you can't if you don't think you can get out of it, there's no point taking injury.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to take that extra damage just for pride.
Yeah, for being hard and showing pride. Yeah,
exactly. Being hard. I'd rather tap and
this ain't Nogueira, man. Break me arm. Don't tap.
Nogueira, where he knocked him out as well. But I just got a feeling Gunnar Nelson is gonna remind the British public what we've missed of him, and I think he's going to beat Kevin Holland.
That'd be lovely.
Kevin Holland he's just the British crowd.
Yeah, I think Gunnar Nelson will be the fan favourite.
Yeah, where's his head at? Like, does he want to keep fighting just because? Trust me, like one win and then have 4 losses afterwards. Like, would you want to be sticking around?
I think Dana keeps him around. Yeah, I think Dana keeps him around because he puts on a show. He don't mind just being didn't he say in that interview a few pay-per-views back where I know I'm never going to be a champion, but I just want to put on shows.
Yeah,
I just want to put on an event.
Which Dana was like,
so. Yeah, and if you want to do that, I'm all right with fighters doing it. If you don't think you can be that guy, but you feel like you want to put on a show and people, you get, name recognition for it, which probably does help your career financially sometimes.
Luke, be a man and go to sleep. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll go night real quick.
Yeah, go for it, Kevin Holland, if that's what you want to do. And I don't think Dana's going to cut him anytime soon. It doesn't really matter for him. So, Gunnar Nelson coming back and taking the W.
Cut Tony against his will, to be fair. Eventually cut Tony against his will because people gave him so much pressure. It was like, come on, Tony, he's sort of done.
Yeah, he's probably worried about his welfare if he did let him go. What his welfare would be like after. But Gunnar Nelson, I think will have the crowd. I think the crowd will be in his corner, and I think Gunnar gets it done, man. I think Gunnar gets it done. I think it's fighting the night, in my opinion.
Fight the night, interesting. We've definitely got good fights coming up on the rest of the card. I'll go second round submission.
I think they just got to go. I think they just got to stand there and go. Just what Kevin Holland does.
Stand there and go. That'd be interesting.
He does like to put on a nice fight, so yeah, I think it might be fight of the night.
Okay, next fight on the card, it is Jamie's favorite fighter, Molly Meatball McCann, fighting against a debutant. She's fighting against someone who's making a UFC debut. I'll get her name up in Alexa.
Is it vacant?
No, it's Alexia, and then I'm not pronouncing her last name because I'll butcher it.
Say Alexia. Just say Alexia.
She's on a 9-fight win streak at the moment. She's basically, she has 6 wins via submission, 1 win via knockout, and basically she wins 4 by decision. Her 1 loss was by submission. We know what Molly McCann's biggest weakness is. She does not like the grappling, as I think you saw that in the Erin Blanchfield fight where she Kimura'd her quick. She lost to Juliana Storilenko in London by submission. Beat Diana Belbita by submission in February last year. Then lost to Bruno Brazil last time out on the Edwards undercard back in July last year. And she's not fought since then. I have to say, I think she's going to suffer another L.
Hopefully.
Well, you think hopefully. I don't. You're right there, Carl.
Molly.
Gunnar Nelson,
Molly.
Kevin Holland.
Oh, yeah, go on. You're doing your Gunnar, man.
Gunnar Nelson, Kevin Holland, Carl. Just real quick.
Oh, Kevin.
I've got Gunnar Nelson submission.
I got Gunnar Nelson, and I think it's going to be fight of the night.
Could be. I want Gunnar to win, but I think Kevin gets it done.
Now, with
talking
Molly,
about Jamie's favourite fighter. Talking about the meatball.
Molly,
do
you know Molly's biggest? Do you know Molly's biggest opponent? Alcohol.
Get old, Jay, man.
Have you seen that? I'm being serious, man. She's yeah. I'm glad Paddy got rid of it. That's all I'm saying, man. Don't let that beast hold you down, man.
I have to say, the UFC have done Molly dirty because they've just put her up against a grappler who most of her wins come via submission.
This is her last UFC fight.
I was going to say, we can't really say they do her dirty because she got a nice few alley-oops a few times.
Really, Cal? Because
I know she got Blanchfield in the last
she is 3-1. No, 1-3 in the last 4.
You can't just give her strikers all the time. She's got to fight well-rounded fighters.
Yeah, and every time
she's got to become more well-rounded.
She loses.
That's not the UFC's fault then. That's
exactly. To be fair, she has had some losses. Like she lost against Talia Santos in 2020. Got absolutely butchered by Erin Blanchfield. That was an absolute nightmare matchup. She was on a 3-fight win streak. Thought about getting her up the rankings. She was talking about maybe doing the Bisping and beating Shevchenko, which I thought was absolutely fucking mental. By the way,
that's crazy.
And she could have beat Andre Shevchenko. All jokes aside with Molly, she's a trier. I will give her that in the most respectful way. She's a trier. She puts everything out there. She trains hard, all jokes aside about everything else. She trains hard. She puts it out there. She gives it her all. Unfortunately, she hasn't got the talent. And that's not a horrible thing to say. It's just evident that she lacks in some areas of her fight game. And in the age that she is, where she is in her career, I don't think she's going to improve significantly enough to make a dent in her division at all. And I hope for all the best. No, I hope for all the best for her. I hope she wins this fight because it's another Brit. I hope she gets a W. But it's harder and hard. It gets harder and harder to back her because she had that. Obviously, her coming out party was the fight night.
Oh yeah, she's fighting at strawweight. She's fighting the division below.
Was the fight night in London, which is arguably the best fight night ever in my opinion. That was her coming out party. Same with Paddy in a way. That was her coming out party, and she got a lot of attention from it, and rightly so. And she used that attention to make a living, and so she should. Everyone should do that, but. I just feel like she hasn't got the fight game to be at the level she want to be at, and I see her losing this fight as well. I just don't see her winning many fights. And unfortunately, I think she loses this fight, she might be cut. So I think she was close to being cut last time. So
yeah. Before she went on that run, she was on the verge of being cut. And then
So
that big win saved her career.
I don't think she will be now. The reason I say that is because she is a big name now. We know what Dana's like with big names. So I don't think she'll get cut.
Cal, as soon as they sign Luke Riley from Paddy's gym, Molly's getting cut, man.
I don't see it. Remember, isn't she with Barstool as well?
What is she? I've not seen her.
Yeah, her and Paddy
with
Barstool.
If they're with Barstool, they ain't going anywhere.
Anything from Barstool. Like nothing.
Yeah, she ain't getting cut, bro.
Predictions. I'm going to go Molly loses by submission. Ironically, it's the safest bet. Cool as that sounds.
Yeah.
I hope she just doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, I think Molly gets annihilated. Unfortunately.
But it is a short notice opponent? Yeah, it's sort of it's a semi-short notice opponent.
Our opponent's a grappler, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, most wins by submission.
Was she jiu-jitsu? Wrestling?
No, mate, to be honest, I've not done my research on her.
So. Okay. But we know she's a grappler, yeah. Molly's weakness is obviously the grapple game and the clinch game. That's her weakness. It always has been. If you want to have a stand-up fight, she'll bang. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, we know she's a good striker, but
I just don't. Yeah,
I will rattle through some of these fights. I'll just need quick predictions. Next fight, debutant Jordan Vukic, former Cage Warrior champion versus Chris Duncan, 55. Quick prediction.
Don't care.
Don't care.
I'm going Christian Leroy Duncan.
Why is this fight in the card?
This is a 6-fight main card, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
This better not be in the card. This is just.
Yeah, it is on the card. So suck it.
They've really done. They haven't done this card a good service, man. They've done this again.
The opener is Nathaniel Wood versus Morgan Charrier, which is going to be an absolute banger, by the way, at featherweight. Just let you know. That's going to be a banger. Obviously, Nathaniel Wood is 4-1 in his last 5. He should be 5 straight. That loss, disgraceful judging, by the way, when he lost against Mohammed John Namavov, however you pronounce his name. Should have won. Beat Charles Rosa, João Jordan, Andre Fili, Daniel Pineda. Lovely stuff. Quick prediction.
Nathaniel Woods. I've got to go with Nathaniel Woods.
Nathaniel Woods, yeah, Nathaniel Woods.
Have you guys seen what's on the prelims?
No.
Double check.
I'm just going to ask you fight you're looking forward to seeing on the prelims. We'll probably won't do the prelims because the likelihood of me getting back from Liverpool before 5 o'clock is very slim.
An appointment as well. I tell you what fight there's 2 fights actually on the prelims. Tabora versus Parkin.
You can only say one, my friend. Only one.
Okay, Tabora versus Parkin.
Oh, fuck's sake. Not my one.
Is that the one? Choose the other one. You're going to have to choose the other one then.
The other one is...
Surely Kavanagh. Surely.
I was about to say, yeah, Kavanagh versus Felipe dos Santos. Tom Aspinall's going to have a problem. Yeah, just touching on the Tybura one. He's going to have a problem if Parkin beats Tybura. Because they train together. And we're going to go, Houston, we've got a problem.
Yeah,
I don't think
Let me have a look at the
10-0. Obviously, Christian Leroy Duncan as well.
If they fight, they won't. He won't beat him.
What?
As in, if Parkin and Tom ever fight, Tom would always win.
Yeah,
he's a senior.
You're my boy, but
I don't think why does Parkin look like a fat Bisping?
He probably is a fat
Bisping. I don't give a shit about any of them prelim fights.
No, the heavyweight fight's interesting, you know, Joe.
It is because
Shauna Bannon, big up.
Yeah,
big up Shauna Bannon.
That's
the only fight. That's the only fight that interests me.
Yeah, he says put it back on the sunglasses. So put on the sunglasses. Guys, let us know in the chat what you think about the fights coming up on the card this weekend.
I think it's going to be one of the worst ever fight nights.
And on that bombshell, got anything you guys want to promote?
Yeah, you're killing us tonight.
Oh man, right. I might be starting a new comedy channel, so keep your eyes out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I might start a new comedy channel, and I might do a comedy charity stream for epilepsy awareness as well. So,
sick.
Look out for that. It's Epilepsy Awareness Day next week, so yeah, I might be doing something. So yeah, look out for that. I want to do a comedy show, so
just wear those sunglasses, you'll be all right. Callum,
I'm not. I'm just going. I'm just going to say whatever I fucking want as well. It's going to be mad.
You kind of already do, Jay.
No, I'm to be honest. When I'm on all your channels, I'm still filtered.
I don't know how scary that is.
So you can pretty much get away with whatever you want, but within reason. But
yeah, I'm going mad.
Callum, anything you want to promote?
No, I'll probably go live at some point tomorrow. Do a pre-recorded video for Sanderson Show, and then that's about it. And then get ready for Saturday.
So I have a video out tomorrow, which I recorded beforehand, talking about Jake Paul calling out Anthony Joshua, which actually happened. And then I'm doing a live stream tomorrow evening, talking about Tom Aspinall's interview with Adam Cattrall. Talking all things Johnny Bones Jones, about the UFC going to Azerbaijan in June, and we'll talk about who Rafael Fizieva's opponent at 145 pounds should he be headlining that card, and talking about the return of the flyweight challenger. And I forgot how to pronounce his name. Callum, what was the guy's name again?
Flyweight challenger.
Yeah,
for Fiziev.
No, the guy that's coming back.
Oh, Horiguchi.
Yeah, so the return of Horiguchi, who is set to fight on the Azerbaijan card. So make sure you tune in for about 11:30 midnight. But thank you to everyone that's tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to the two gentlemen's guys in the channel. Thanks for the people that have tuned in at this very, very late time.
Don't subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe, all that jazz, and we'll see you all very soon.
Big up, everyone.
Big up.